Alright, UFC, Rose Namajunas versus Amanda Hebos just happened, and oh my god, man, these fucking cards just keep on getting worse and worse and worse. Oh, it was just shit. Like, it was so bad. If you pay money to watch this, and of course I do, I very much pay money to watch these fights. Um, but if you pay money for to watch these fights, have mercy on your soul, bro, because this is insane. The amount of shit that they're shoveling right now. Like, genuinely, I would actually like a break. Maybe I'll sit down and watch some fucking anime or restart One Piece or some shit. Like, I can't with these fucking terrible cards. Alright, starting with. I guess I should probably mention I'm doing a breakdown of the card. Yeah, so I'm gonna break down the card, basically give my thoughts and opinions, and kind of what happened in the fight, anything major. All right, moving straight into it. Muhammad Usman versus Mick Parkin. Shit. It was terrible. It was sloppy. First round definitely goes to Muhammad Usman. Think I saw some people saying robbery. But I'll be honest, this was just a shit fight. If they gave it to Muhammad Usman, I don't even think I would have complained because it was that shit. Like there's just nothing going on. Muhammad Usman, I think I'll say this: Mick Parkin has a fucking chin. There was a combo. It was like a five-piece, six-piece combo. That Muhammad Usman landed in round one at like the 3 minute mark, where he just rushed in, and if you see Mick Parkin's face, he gets clipped in the jaw, which looks like a knockout shot, and he just eats it. And then he gets clipped in the other side of his head. I think it was like this temple area, and it looked like a shot that would knock you out, especially by a guy like Muhammad Usman. And then he just stares at him, and then he gets clipped again on the same spot on the jaw, and he just eats it, and he just moves. Like, he throws back, but I think the key for this fight was Muhammad Usman. He's strong, but he's just a shit fighter. He's lazy. He doesn't know how to check a kick. He doesn't fucking do anything to mix in takedowns. He only knows single strikes, so he can only jab, he can only cross, he can only hook. He doesn't know anything else, you know? Like, he has no setups to anything. He's just shit. Like, he's a low level as fuck. And it sucks that he lost because now they can't even promote the Usman name. Mick Parkin, he's not okay. I don't want to talk too much shit about Mick Parkin. I like him on the mic. Um, he's a decent personality, but man, 9-0 in heavyweight is also looking good considering Shamil Ghazi shit the bed. And I think this is the only heavyweight that doesn't have a loss. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's the only heavyweight that doesn't have a loss. But Mick Parkin, he's just not a heavyweight. Like, am I the only one that thinks that Mick Parkin just can't do damage? He throws strikes like if his speed was constantly reduced. You know what I mean? Like, he can't throw a snappy strike. I'm gonna spit a little there. But he can't throw a snappy strike to save his fucking life. Bro literally has no fast twitch muscles in his entire body. And I think he for sure won round two. But I think the main issue was he just doesn't do anything. Like his leg kicks are good and his counters are good, but nothing strong. Like nothing does damage. They're just like tappy, like really slow shots. I think if this guy cut weight to light heavyweight, he'd actually do really, really well. Maybe that would bring some fast twitch muscles or something. But man, is he just shit. Like actually shit. You know? Low level heavyweight fight. It was just terrible. And it could have gone either way. Mick Parkin, I think, just won. That makes sense. Just give it to him. Igor versus Lima. I was looking forward to this fight. Two fighters who had a zero in their defeats, which is really rare for them to go against each other. And when I first saw the stoppage, I was questioning it because I was like, guys, probably his teeth probably just like grazed his fucking arm, a little bit. But no, Igor literally just tried to bite a chunk out of Lima for no reason and then deny it. Um, I think he should be cut. I think he should be taken out of the UFC, never seen again. Ban him from all sports, all fighting in general. That is completely unacceptable. It's one thing to be like, okay, there's a little bit of teeth mark because his teeth, maybe he was shifting his head and his, teeth caught it, whatever. But he legit was trying to bite a chunk out of Lima for no fucking reason. He was also losing the fight. It was a good fight. Like, the first round was actually a good fight, especially for flyweight. You can tell both these guys are high level. Both of them have a pretty big game on jiu-jitsu and grappling and stuff like that, and they're pretty good strikers. If it wasn't for that bite, I'd say both these guys are actually going to be ranked one day in flyweight, but literally get Igor out. But Lima could probably get I don't know if you earn a ranked opponent. I also saw he was pretty savage by getting a tattoo of that bite mark, like right after the fight. I don't know why you do that, but all right, cool. But yeah, other than that, both fighters pretty good. Both have pretty decent chins and both really, really good at grappling. But Igor is just fucking retarded. And he should be removed from the UFC. Straight up. Never fight again. Ever. All right, moving on to women's bantamweight. It was just shit, like there's just it was so shit, man. Watching these three fights, I think I was actually losing brain cells, I'll be honest. It was just Rendon was slightly ahead in like every round, I think, except for maybe round one. But the Russian lady, her face got split open, I think, at the end of round two, and then it just continued to look even worse in round three. But she just didn't. Oh, the strikes actually weren't that much. Really? I thought Rendon actually landed way more. Huh. Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, it was just fucking. It was slow. It was take him down, hug him against the cage, garbage. Moving on. We have Jarno Aaron, Steven, that word. So Jarno Aaron's won. A lot of people are really, really high on Steven. Um, I didn't really have like an opinion on this fight. I didn't make a prediction. I haven't made predictions in the past cards because they've just been shit, and I just don't want to because they're terrible. Um, but yeah, Jarno and Aaron's just looked really fucking good. Dropped Steven, I think, in round two or three and won that round because I think there was one round where he was behind, but he ended up dropping Steven, so he got ahead that way. And then in every other round, he was just ahead. Good shit for Jarno Aaron's. I'm interested to see him in featherweight. He's not the biggest in featherweight, and I just think we need to see more of him. So probably book him something soon. Like it's not like he got dropped or rocked or anything. I think he came out of this fight pretty unscathed. Probably see him soon against like someone to get a little better skill set. Because his last few performances weren't fantastic, and this one it was fantastic. So I think we just need to see just more of him to get a better idea of who he is. So far best fight of the card. Let me really think. I think that might have been the best fight of the card, I'll be honest. Moving on, we have Miles Johns, Cody Gibson. I originally thought Miles Johns was gonna win. I just think Miles Johns just has the experience now. Like he's fought he's fought a few guys in the UFC, but he just comes across in his fights like he just knows what he's gonna do. Like he knows not to get caught by this weird stuff. He knows that okay, I need to take this guy down now because I've already cemented the round, and that's pretty much what he did in this fight. He would tag Cody Gibson a few times, shoot a takedown, hold him down. Round two, he would tag Cody a few times. I think he rocked him at one point, and then took him down. Round three, he really rocked Cody Gibson at one point, and then he just took him down. That's what he did for 3 rounds. So good shit for Miles Johns. Maybe not a ranked opponent yet. Yeah, it is bantamweight. Honestly, like I wouldn't even mind a Pedro Munoz if he fought him. That would probably be a good test. I don't think Miles Johns is like, next champion or something, but I think he could probably get ranked soon. Is he that? He's not that old, is he? I don't think he's too old, right? 19, whatever, age 29. Oh, yeah, wow. For some reason, whenever I see him, I think he's 35. I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty young. Might as well just um give him a ranked opponent, maybe 15th, which I think is Pedro Munoz. Outside of that, I don't even know. Probably a Pedro. And then moving on, we have Ricardo Ramos, Juliana Rosa. A lot of people were really heavy on Ricardo for this fight. Um, I don't, I just didn't really see that like thing everyone was talking about for Ricardo. I just thought Ricardo was just like fairly average, and Juliana Rosa had a lot of experience. Now I'm not saying I picked Juliana Rosa, but I just think Juliana Rosa's like record showcases, he has the experience. Um, and yeah, it pretty much showed in the fight. Rosa got knocked down pretty bad, I think. I don't think they counted it. That's a little weird. He got wobbled pretty bad. I don't remember if he got dropped, but I'm like 99% sure he got rocked pretty hard. Um, and then was he on bottom? Yeah, he was on bottom, and then Ricardo decided to grapple in a guillotine. And then as soon as, to be fair, I saw a lot of people saying that Ricardo's a pussy for tapping to that guillotine. To be fair, guillotines are really hard to like when you're observing a guillotine, it's really hard to be like, "Oh, that's in," confidently. You know what I mean? But I think when you see it, like when you watch back the footage, he definitely had like his thumb kind of like he had it under the chin for sure, and you could see his other hand sneaking by, and it was definitely an in choke, but he tapped really fucking fast. I'll be honest. Like Ricardo wanted out, I think, which is really weird. Um, but yeah, getting submitted by a guillotine's pretty bad, you know. Especially at like featherweight. He did tap so fucking fast. Yeah, yeah, it was just a shit fight, to be honest. But it is what it is. Pretty bad fight. Quick submission, but I get it though. It was in. I think he just knew he was fucked and he wasn't getting out by the time he lifted. But I don't know, man. Then we have Kurt versus Trey. If I'm not mistaken, Trey just laid on him and was just throwing punches from top. It was just like. Anyways, moving on. We have the main card. How is this the main card? Oh my god. Anyways, we had Fernando versus Luis. I would have picked Luis if I made a video. And Luis just decided to take a note from Ricardo's fucking book and tap immediately in round one. Lazy, doesn't deserve to be in featherweight. Wow, it's crazy actually. They're both in featherweight and they both tapped that fucking fast. Huh. Maybe Brian Ortega really is just gonna be the featherweight goat, huh? Crazy to me. Anyways, it was just a shit fight. Like, what can I say? It's literally a minute long. Or, sorry, 2.5 minutes long. My bad. Just shit. It was terrible. Moving on, we had Billy Q versus Yusuf Salal. I really wanted Billy Q to win. I really like Billy Q. I like how he looks like Mark Wahlberg. Um, Yusuf Zalal did put a masterclass on him, and I wasn't even fucking close. Yusuf Zalal might be like a name in the featherweights. This guy is like the modern featherweight, and his story's pretty badass. Gets cut from the UFC from losing to Ilya, beats a tournament where you have to do kickboxing, something else, and then I think a grappling, so like jujitsu or something. and basically three martial arts, and he beats all of them. Sick storyline. Really didn't want him to win though. I just like Billy. Sucks that he lost, especially in the way he did. But it is what it is. It was pretty good fight if you were on Yusuf Zalal, if you're a fan of Yusuf Zalal, but sucks for the Quarantillo fans, the Mark Wahlberg fans. But anyways, moving on, we had Peyton Talbot versus Cameron Simon. I was on Cameron Simon's side. I thought, DDP being champion, him maybe even being in his corner, close friends with the MMA guru. He's got like hype behind him now. He had a shit performance like against Christian Rodriguez, and this is where he's gonna, get back on the train. And Peyton Talbot, it's just better. Uh, yeah, just better. Cameron Simon didn't really have any great success either on the feet. It wasn't even like, oh, okay, well maybe, you know, if it didn't get stopped the way I will say it was an early stoppage. Like it was straight up just an early stoppage. But it wasn't like that was like a mercy stoppage. That's like when it's like when you get TKO'd in most other sports when you get knocked down three times in a round. It was like that. Cameron Simon got knocked down, I swear, three times in round one, and then got knocked down in round two, and it was bad. Like it was bad. The fact that he recovered from it is insane. Um, I think his first knockdown was more justifiable for a stoppage than his last one, but it is what it is. They only credited one knockdown. That's kind of wild. I would have at least credited two. Huh. Um, Yeah, I don't even know what to do with Simon, to be honest. I think just give him a bunch of like shitters. Like give him like five shitters. Give him like the Tatsuro Taira treatment. Isn't Tatsuro also bantamweight? Give him like the five guys Tatsuro Taira beat. He'll smoke them all. Like Cameron's not shit. It's just that Peyton Talbot is him, you know. Cringy dance at the end, but yeah, it's just cringy. But Peyton's cool. Fun fighter. Rocks the curly hair. No fighters really do that anymore. So it'll be fun to see. Honestly, give Peyton Talbot like a ranked opponent at this point. What's the... Sorry, a little unprofessional athlete rankings. Flashbang. Oh god. Oh fuck. Um. Yeah, give him Pedro Munoz actually. Jonathan Martinez or Mario. Isn't Mario coming off like a really bad loss or something? Was it Mario? Or was it his last opponent? I think it was Mario, right? Or it was the guy he beat, right? Yeah, Simone. That's who it was. Give him Simone. Give Peyton Talbot Simone. I think that'd be a sick fight. That'll be a really, really good fucking test. A really good test. Because the rest of these guys, I think, he doesn't deserve yet. But yeah, just skyrocket him. See where he goes. He has a zero. It's rare to see zeros in bantamweight, so just send him up. Tatsu Taira. Nah, give him like Ricky Simone or something. Moving on, Edmund Shabazian against AJ Dobson. If I would have picked this fight, I would have done AJ just because Edmund Shabazian is really old. But I'm happy Edmund won. A lot of people were doubting Edmund, saying that like he's shit. He's got that awkward style. This was so AJ can, knock him out and then move forward, and like narratives like that. But I don't know. Happy to see just Edmund Shabazian win. Ginger Beard, welcome to the ginger community. So we claim him. And he's just got that ginger power. What can you say? He's just a ginger. And then you have Carl Williams, Justin Toffa. All right, moving on. We have no, I'm kidding. Carl Williams against Justin Toffa. Carl Williams must have the lowest IQ. All wrestlers have shit IQ, like 90% of the time. Carl Williams has like in the dirt, brain dead IQ. Uh, you the thing. There's two archetypes in heavyweight. There's a fit heavyweight, which normally has great technique, and they specify on whatever they're doing. For Jolton Almeida, it's grappling. For Cyril Gahn, it's striking. For Sergey Pavlovich, it's power and striking, technically. Carl Williams is supposed to be the wrestler at heavyweight, but for whatever reason, he thinks he can strike with Justin Tafa. And Justin Tafa is a fat blob. And the other archetype to the trifecta, or sorry, when you're a fit fighter, you're those three like types. Then there's the obese fighter, which you have no fucking technique, but you just have power. And Justin Tafa just has power. He's not like too bad for an obese heavyweight. Like maybe this guy's the next fucking Tai Tuivasa, because that guy should fucking retire. But yeah, Justin Tafa just is can't handle wrestling, just like any obese heavyweight can't. And Carl Williams has the lowest IQ of any wrestler ever. So if Carl Williams goes against any striker that knows how to defend a takedown, he's fucked. Literally, he's fucked. Moving on, we have Amanda Ribas, Rose Namajunas. I'll be honest, I turned this fight off halfway through. People were screaming robbery. I just think it was. It's just fucking. It's just boring, you know. Like it was just boring. Shit main event. Like why is this? Why? Why is this the main event? Like why? Just why? Why? But sucks that Amanda Ribas lost, I guess. You know, I'm a fan of We Want Picks, and Amanda Ribas was like lock of the week and everything for them. But, you know, I just thought Rose was gonna win. But just Rose is fighters are shit, man. Like a 5-round decision's crazy. Rose should have finished Amanda Ribas, in my opinion, but is what it is. So yeah, that's all those fights done for that week. Tune in next week for the fantastic card of Aaron Blanchfield against Manon Fiorot. I know, hold your applause. But we do have a banger next week, at least.